When you're exploring, you're looking at 3 sections. So you're starting distal line angle to distal, keeping the tip on the tooth, line angle to line angle, when you get to the mesial line angle, I would suggest that you stop, turn the instrument, reinsert, and then continue. One error that I find students making is that they want to trace the papilla. In other words, they want to keep the instrument parallel with the papilla and come this way for exploration. But I want you to look at the back of the instrument and see how it has to push against the papilla in order for the tip to stay on the tooth. So we'll start the midline, watch the tip. Now here I see people want to keep going this way, but you need to see how the back fights the papilla. The back pushes against the papilla so that the tip can stay on the tooth. Back against the papilla, tip on the tooth. Look at that one more time on a maxillary anterior tooth. We have the correct working end, completing our exploration strokes. When we get to that mesial surface, I stop, turn the instrument, and you can see how back has to go against the papilla so that tip is on the tooth. If your back is against the tooth, your tip is off the tooth. And you can see that. So to keep the tip on the tooth, once you leave that line angle, it's a big turn and then go interproximal. Back against the tooth. When finding the correct working end, sometimes it's difficult to do that with indirect vision. So my suggestion would be find the correct working end on the facial. Again, the end that wraps around the tooth. This is the correct working end. Do all of your exploration on your away surfaces 12 o'clock, and then you always need to flip ends for the lingual in the same area. So here I am, surfaces away, lingual is the opposite end as surfaces away, facial. If you're working on toward surfaces, again, you can find the correct working end on the facial, the end that wraps around the tooth. This is the correct working end, and it's going to be the opposite toward surfaces on the lingual. Now here we have the correct working end.